The 5 phases of a trader's journey. In this video, I'm going to talk about that. And every trader's journey is different. It's all based on your personal background and where you come from. And everybody might experience this trading journey differently. But based on what I know, I want to talk about these 5 phases and just quickly go through them. And this might help you not feel so down or in despair when you're going through challenges in trading. Trading isn't easy. You're going to have a lot of sleepless nights, wins that excite you, losses that make you feel like you want to quit. And at the end of the day, it will all come down to managing emotions and really just building that solid belief in your trading plan. Now, what you'll understand at the end of this video is that trading isn't just about consistency. It's basically a complete transformation within yourself, and with you as a person, you're going to see and learn a lot about yourself when you become profitable in trading. And that journey in between is really what's super important, so that you never quit and just keep going when the going gets hard. So let's talk about phase 1, the excitement phase. Now, the excitement phase is basically where you go on the internet and find trading as a way to make an extra stream of income. Or you might see somebody making crazy profits online and you click on the video and they sell trading as this get rich quick scheme where they're driving Ferraris and Lambos and living in mansions and traveling the world. And you then maybe do a quick free course or a simple course just to understand how trading works. And you might even be lucky by downloading MetaTrader, making an account with a broker, and placing your first few trades and actually making money. And that can create an illusion in your mind where you think trading is super easy and that this is it. You're going to start making a lot of money with trading. Now, this is the excitement phase. This is the very, very first phase. But this illusion can really cripple you in the long run. So let's quickly move on to phase 2. Now, phase 2, in my opinion, is the confusion phase. This is the phase where you start searching for, a course or a strategy that might be the holy grail of strategies, where you're looking for something that does not lose, and you're really just looking for the secret in trading that will make you a millionaire overnight. This is a phase where you jump through YouTube videos, you watch hundreds of YouTube videos, you jump from strategy to strategy, trying to find the best one. Now, in this phase, a lot of times it's not your system that you're following or the strategy that you're following that's the problem. The problem is your mindset. You're basically trying to fix inconsistency with complexity. Don't feel alone. Every trader's been there. They are trying to find consistency throughout all the chaos, and you're basically stuck between hope and doubt at the very same time. Then we move on to phase 3, which is the despair phase. This is the phase where you're basically blowing accounts. You are basically ending every month in drawdown. You are not finding any sort of consistency in your trading, and it feels on a daily basis like you want to quit. But at the same time, you feel like you've put in a little bit of work and you've put in some time of yours and that you need to make this a success. Now, this is the phase where most traders quit, because they basically make the decision, am I going to continue with this, or am I just going to leave this all behind and just go back to my job or go back to what I'm doing and, just settle for average. And it's hard to say that, but every trader has been through this. And maybe you're watching this video and you were trading and you actually were one of the people who just quit on that despair phase. But I just want to say one thing, that if you survive this phase, this is where the transformation begins. This is where you actually learn the most, and where a lot of things start clicking for you on the mistakes you've been making, where you maybe weren't putting in the work, where you were supposed to be backtesting and naked charting, and where you weren't really reviewing your trades or journaling your trades or writing down your emotions. This is where the transformation starts taking place. And if you can get through this, if you can really push through, you can actually move on to start becoming a profitable and consistent trader. Let's move on to phase 4, which I call the awakening phase. This is where you basically wake up and start realizing that trading is not easy, and you accept the fact that it's not easy. You accept the fact that you need to start putting in the hard work. You accept the fact that you need to start doing the backtesting and the journaling and really spending time on the chart, and you're not looking for the next best strategy or the next best shortcut. You have something that you know works, and you're actually going to start focusing on it and stop rushing the process and just focus on getting better day by day. You are becoming a person that is not chasing the markets, chasing every setup. You actually start becoming a person that starts bettering yourself and focusing on yourself and your psychology and you as a person, because trading is not just about charts. And, most of the times as traders, you're actually waiting for high probability setups. You're not consistently just trading, buying and selling in the markets. You are waiting. And this is where you start realizing that you need patience and you start working on it. You start working on just becoming a better version of yourself, not just in the markets, but all over your personal life, your relationships with people, your health, your relationship with God. Everything falls into place in this phase, and where you just have a huge acceptance upon yourself that you're going to push through and you're going to make this a success. And you need to change as a person to actually break through this phase to the consistency phase. Now this moves into phase 5. And as I just mentioned, it is the consistency phase. This is the phase where you start being disciplined, and you know that it's not just about making a lot of money, but it's all about following your plan, and the money will come. The percentage will come. This is the phase where you start treating trading like a business, like a real business, where you know that certain things are going to take time and that you need to practice the patience, and where you basically realize that trading is actually boring because you're going to start waiting for exactly the same setups, taking high probability setups, not taking those low probability setups that you used to take in the previous phases, and where you just realize that trading is actually just about following your edge, following your plan, and doing exactly the same thing over and over again. You also start realizing that emotions don't take control of your actions. Emotions are not what's busy making you press buy or sell, but it's your consistency in your actions. Going through your checklist, going through your strategy word by word, step by step, every time you place a trade, and following exactly the same system. And that is what consistency is. Doing the same thing over and over again, which works and what is proven to work. And this is an amazing phase when you get there. But just remember, when you get to the consistency phase, you can easily fall back into other phases if you don't continuously do the work, put in the time to backtest. When you get to consistency, you cannot just relax and just say, okay, I got a winning strategy, I'm not going to do anything anymore, I'm just going to wait for my setups. You always need to stay sharp. You always need to go and backtest. You always need to go and journal. You always need to go and take notes of what happened the past week. You always need to do an advanced self-review of the past week, the past month, the past quarter, the past year. And trading basically starts becoming like statistics. You're actually then like a mathematician, tracking every stat, tracking every trade, tracking every rule. And if you ever have to change something small, you realize that quickly. So congratulations if you have reached the consistency phase as a trader. And I hope that this video made you feel that you are not on your own. There are other traders also going through this. There are other traders going through all of those phases. Maybe you were lucky. You got into trading, you got a winning strategy and you actually stuck to it. Maybe you weren't lucky and you've lost a lot of money in trading by following the wrong mentors, following the wrong courses, and just jumping between hundreds of strategies out there and never really committing to one. So I hope this really helps you in this video, and if you've been through a hard time in trading or a great time in trading, please comment below in this video. I'd like to talk to you about it. And you've probably seen in the comments that there are hundreds of other traders that's also been through exactly the same thing. Now guys, if you came across this video and you've never traded before, you don't even know what Forex trading is, I offer a completely free beginner course. The link will be posted in the description, and it's not even a 2-hour course where you just learn the basics of Forex trading, and it's a safe way to get started in trading because it will give you a complete and brief understanding of what to expect when you get into Forex trading. So please click on the link, go watch that if you're completely new to trading. But just to end this video off, I hope this helped you in these 5 phases. I don't know where you are, but just keep on pushing through. And just remember, you are not alone. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next YouTube video.